I want to make an announcement before we get started. Tonight, our Public Safety Director, Bill Orth, was going to be doing the swearing in. It's breaking his heart. I talked to him a couple times today, talked to his wife. It is actually breaking his heart that he is not here. So I called him up and I said, Billy, what do you want me to say, for the guys and the girls? And he said, look, we're all excited. On the township committee, we're excited that this day is here, that we are promoting all these fine people, and our acting chief right now. We're so excited about the future. The future is very bright. There's such a positive vibe that's going on right now in the department, in the township, and it's because of you, the men and women of Pennsauken's Police Department. Let's give them all a big round of applause. All right, we got all the business out of the way. Now we're going to get here to the important part. John, first up, who is our first candidate here? All right, Mr. Eric Morton, please come on up, bring your family up. Oh, we can do better than that. It's Eric Morton. Raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible. Okay. I, Eric Morton.
I, Eric Morton.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
And I will bear true faith and allegiance.
And I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the same.
To the same.
And to the governments established in the United States.
And to the governments established in the United States.
And in this state.
And in this state.
Under the authority of the people.
Under the authority of the people.
And that I will faithfully.
And that I will faithfully.
Impartially.
Impartially.
And justly perform.
And justly perform.
All the duties of the office of.
All the duties of the office of.
Sergeant in the Pennsauken Police Department.
Sergeant in the Pennsauken Police Department.
According to the best of my ability, so help me God.
According to the best of my ability, so help me God.
What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Congratulations. Hold on, you're not going anywhere. Want to say a few words about your pop?
I'm really proud of him.
Good answer. How about you, young man? Same?
Just like it's that in a few words.
Mom?
No.
Yeah, that's okay. Eric, a few words.
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, everybody's looking forward to a positive vibe in the police department right now. I wish Chief Nettleton, Captain Hartnett, and everybody else being promoted tonight good luck.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's take it down. My buddy. How about Michael Pennington and his family? Let's hear it for two. I, Michael Pennington.
I, Michael Pennington,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties of the office
of Sergeant in the Pennsauken Police Department,
the office of the Sergeant of the Pennsauken Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And you're going to need it.
Just want to say that I'm very proud of him. He definitely deserves this position.
Listen, I know Michael since he was a little guy, and we joke around a little bit, so I don't want anybody to think we're being disrespectful. But when he came in, we had a list of everybody on there, and I crossed his name off, and I said, Mike, I think you're on this list, but something happened. You're all right. but he's got a good sense of humor, he's got a good heart, and he's a good cop as everybody else in this room. God bless you. How about a big round of applause? Vito Moles. Come on, Vito. Vito Moles, do solemnly swear
I, Vito Moles, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of,
Sergeant in the Pennsauken Police Department,
all right, you got it, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
All right, how about it? What do you think of your dad?
I'm proud of him.
Good answer. How about you? What do you think of your dad?
Good answer.
What do you think of Pop? Nothing.
I am very proud of them, and thank you to all the officers who sacrifice so much every day.
All right, it's cool. Vito, good work.
Congrats to everybody, and thank you all for coming out. Love you guys.
All right. Good job, good job. All right, Steve Reese. Hey, a big round of applause. All right, here we go. Steve Reese, do solemnly swear
I, Steve Reese, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I lost my spot, excuse me. And to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of Sergeant Police Department,
of the office of Sergeant of the Police Department,
Pennsauken Police Department.
Pennsauken Police Department,
All right, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Great. All right, I got to ask you a question. All right, what do you think of your dad?
I'm proud of him, and I wish him well in his next chapter at the Pennsauken Police Department.
Yeah, that's a great answer. You're going to get an increase in your allowance.
I want to thank for everybody coming out today. I know everybody has their busy lives, and this is such a great turnout for this new administration, and nothing but good things moving forward. Thank you.
All right, very nice, very nice. Phil Olivo. Come on, Phil. I, Phil Olivo, do solemnly swear
I, Phil Olivo, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in the state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties of the office
and justly perform all the duties of the office
of Lieutenant in the Pennsauken Police Department,
of Lieutenant in the Pennsauken Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Bring it home, so help me God.
So help me God.
Let's hear it for Phil! What are you going to say about that?
When are we getting the boat?
Oh, high five! How about you, young man? No, you're not. How about you? You're proud of him? All right, that's great. Say a few words. You know?
We're very proud of you, very lucky to have you, and very proud. And congratulations to everyone tonight.
That's awesome.
I'd like to thank all our family and friends for coming out and support us here tonight, and to thank the township and the chief for giving me the chance to make a difference in this department.
We thank all of you guys. Is there a James Hartnett in the building? I, James Hartnett, do solemnly swear
I, James Hartnett, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state, of the state of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of
Captain
in the Pennsauken Police Department
Captain in the Pennsauken Police Department
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
All right, how about it? What do you want to say to that?
Happy birthday, Dad.
Ah, wait a minute, hold on. Is it his birthday? How about it, gang? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. The seniors don't think guys are already setting me up. We were singing to you no matter what. What do you want to say to that?
I'm really proud of him and don't know anyone who deserves it more than him.
Oh, that's a great answer.
He's worked very hard throughout his career here. I'm very proud to see his achievements recognized.
All right, I see increases in all your allowances. You want to say anything?
Yes, we're very proud.
Very proud. Jimmy, go ahead.
Just
Say a
want
few
to
words.
thank you. I just want to say I was lucky my entire career. I've had a mentor in Chief Nettleton, so I know where we're going to be led is going to be someplace positive. To everybody that got sworn in, just remember that we work for the people that you supervise. They don't work for us. Just remember that. It's just something to be important that you have to remember when you're a supervisor who you're actually working for. So that's all I have to say.
I bet everybody think Captain Hartnett. All right, here we are. The man of the hour, Mr. John Nettleton. Please come up. Johnny, here we go. I, John Nettleton, do solemnly swear
I, John Nettleton, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of
of the office of
Chief of Police in the Pennsauken Police Department,
Chief of Police in the Pennsauken Police Department,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
All right, let's hear it. Wait till they're all quiet. There we go.
My dad really deserved this, and thank you all for coming to see my dad get a promotion.
Oh, that was great. Want to say anything? Say I love my
Just say I love you. No?
dad.
We're just really proud of him, and no one deserves it more and has worked so hard for this.
All right, great. That's awesome. All right, okay. I just want to make a correction. John has been our acting chief for the last couple months, so this is a great step for him and everybody else that got promoted today. So, John has a few words to say. Here we go.
I'm going to be long, so I'm going to put this down. Not too long. Do you guys want to have a seat?
Oh, okay.
It's up to you.
Excuse me. Let me get some water.
I just want to thank everyone for coming today. The cards, the text messages, the words of encouragement have truly been humbling since I was promoted to acting chief. Since September 1st, the most common question I've been asked is, can you believe that you're chief? The most recurring question I've been asking myself is, what have I got myself into? Seriously, I've done a lot of self-reflection, and what I've come to realize, there's a lot of people that assist me in getting here today. I truly believe that relationships in one's lives play a role in one's success. I'm fortunate enough to have great friends and family, great officers I work alongside, and many of them are here tonight. First, I'd like to thank Detective Brian Pulaski. He's one of those friends. We became a Catholic together and then the police academy. We graduated June 20th, 1996 from the academy together. We were both at each other's weddings. Our children refer to each other as uncles. We were partners in bike patrol for approximately 4 years, and it was one of the most rewarding periods of my career. Brian was recently promoted to internal affairs. He was chosen for this position based on his strong investigative skills, but most importantly because of his integrity. Congratulations, Brian. I know that you'll bring fairness to your new position. Early in my career, I was fortunate enough to have a sergeant by the name of Dave Henkel. Rookie officers make a lot of mistakes. Sergeant Henkel would take the time to make a mistake into a teachable moment. He would sit down and teach me case law, report writing, etc. He was doing with the most important job of a sergeant, and that is to develop your subordinates. Dave did this with patience and professionalism. I always respected the style of leadership practiced by Sergeant Henkel. Dave recently contacted me to congratulate me on my promotion. I thanked him for the positive influence he had on my career. He said that I was giving him way too much credit, but I disagree. In 1998, I was assigned to the Heightened Narcotics Task Force. I had the opportunity to work with Dave Lick. Dave's here tonight. He's a lieutenant with the Camden County Prosecutor's Office. Dave and I had a lot in common. We were both from Pennsauken. We both dated girls that worked at P.J. Willihan's. Who would have thought that our love affair with the wings there would lead to both of us marrying PJ girls? His wife Stacy's here. She's an investigator with the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office. Dave has always been a great resource for me, for work-related advice, and always a good friend. Dave is a man of few words, but he's never afraid to tell you the truth. Dave is several years older than me, but he likes to remind me how he looks younger than me. Thank you for being a friend, Dave. Also here is Chief John Fesser from the Camden County Sheriff's Department. I also had the pleasure of working with John. He's a Pennsauken guy. We were also on a narcotics task force together. I think it's ironic that three of us all from Pennsauken became such good friends. John's president and chief of the Camden County Sheriff's Department. He's an absolute asset to the law enforcement community. I'm fortunate enough to have John as a friend and a mentor. I recently thanked him for always answering my calls and taking the time to provide me with sound advice. John assured me that he would still be there for me and answer my phone calls. Thank you, Chief. I'd also like to thank Captain James Hartnett. A lot of leaders from other organizations have reached out to me and provided me with the advice of surround yourself with good people. Within the Pennsauken Police Department, that was not hard to do. We have a lot of excellent employees here. But Captain Jim Hartnett made it easy. He recently scored number 4 out of the state of New Jersey on the captain's exam. Let's hear it for Jim. I'm just thankful I didn't have to test against him. Jimmy has the knowledge and leadership ability to be standing up here today accepting the chief's position. He's highly respected by his peers. I'm very fortunate to have Jimmy to lean on and move this organization forward along with me. Jimmy is so humble that he didn't want to get us sworn in alongside with me today. He said this was your day. I overruled him. This is all of our day. So, that's good. I want to take the time to thank the Township Committee, Mayor Jack Killian, Deputy Mayor Betsy McBride, and other members of the Township Committee for putting your trust in me to move this organization forward and serve the residents of Pennsauken Township. I especially want to thank Public Safety Director, Mr. Bill Worth. Mr. Worth lives and bleeds Pennsauken Township. He coached many of the officers in this room in sports at St. Cecilia's. He's always a fixture at the Penn Queen Diner. Whenever he sees an officer in there, he picks up the tab. Mr. Worth is Pennsauken Police Department's biggest advocate. I look forward to working with him in the future to make Pennsauken Police Department the best police department in New Jersey. I also want to thank my mom and dad. I'm going to get choked up. They instilled the importance of a work ethic in me. They also instilled in me the importance of treating people fairly and with respect. Unfortunately, my dad couldn't be here tonight. He never saw me get promoted. However, my mom is. She recently beat cancer. And during my mom's fight with cancer, I realized she's way tougher than I am. She should be a police officer. 3 years, whenever I got injured on duty or came home with an injury, she said, "Who did this to you?" I would never tell her because I was worried what would happen. Mom, I'm so thankful you're here today, sharing this day. There's also an old saying that says, behind every great man is a great woman. This is especially true in law enforcement. Law enforcement is a challenging, demanding profession. We work long hours, nights, holidays, and weekends. Policing is not a 9-to-5 job. The families of police officers are often the ones who sacrifice the most. My entire 22-year career has been on nights. I want to thank my wife, Missy, for standing by me. We see difficult things in the performance of our duties, and we often take the stresses of the jobs home with us. Once again, it is not easy to be married to a police officer. Thank you. Brady and Aaron, I love you guys, and I finally have weekends off. To newly promoted supervisors that are here tonight and other ones in the room, police leaders need to let their troops know that they have their back. Show up, be visible. Let the team know you're there. Fight the presumption that you're back in your office at the station with your feet up. There are many great patrol officers who are already going out there. Patrol supervisors who are already going out there with their officers on calls. All supervisors should be doing this. It has such a huge effect on young officers to see a sergeant lieutenant doing the grunt work. Set the tone at the highest levels. This is truly one team. To the Pennsauken police officers, there is a benefit of me working my entire career on nights along with you. I've had the opportunity to work alongside all of you. I've not lost touch on the challenges this profession, how challenging this profession is. True leadership is a position that is measured by your peers and earned by the troops that trust and respect you enough to follow you. Thank you for believing in me. I will not let you down.
Well, that kind of wraps that portion of the program up, but how about a big hip hip hooray? Hip hip hooray! Listen, I just want to say one thing in closing. Our town, we all witness here tonight, and our town will witness on Channel 19 pretty soon. History in the making here in our town, in our police department. We got a new chief, we got a lot of new people who are promoted up to captains, lieutenants, and sergeants, and we're hiring some more officers. I think it's 8 very shortly, right, John? Okay, and more to come down the road. Big round of applause for that. But our new chief had touched on what's going on. To the families of the police officers, for the males and female police officers in Pennsauken, and our fire department, and also our EMTs, all our public service people. It's important that we don't forget the trials and tribulations and all of the negativity that they deal with. They also deal with a lot of positive stuff, but a lot of that negative stuff, and see the ugliness of what people can do to one another. You know, just think of that if they come home and they're a little irritated or whatnot. Try to give them some space, leave them take a deep breath, sit down and whatnot. remember this day. I'll tell you, I'm so excited, and everybody I've talked to is excited. This is a new beginning. It's a new trail that we're going to be going on with all these great people that are in our town, Pennsauken, New Jersey. How about one big final round of applause for all these folks? I think there's some coffee and some desserts and things up there. Also, the bars are open. I just want to say, God bless you all. Be safe and have a great, great holiday season from this point on. God bless you all. See you.